Hello, my name is John from Doomsday Ministries, and in this particular presentation I will be covering various subjects on Satanism and the entertainment industry. I'm going to show you in this video that Hollywood and the music industry is controlled by demonic entities. I hope you learned something from this. God bless, and Jesus be with you.
Because there's a bunch of devil worshippers in Hollywood. And there's a lot of black folks too. And they be throwing up them signs of sin, this, that, all of them. Watch the rappers, watch them folks. It's scary. It's very scary. That devil is real.
I happen to think there's a gay mafia in hip-hop.
Right.
Not rappers, you know, the editorial presidents of magazines,
sure.
the PDs at radio stations, the people who give you award at award shows. This is a fucking gay mafia, my man.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They are in power.
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded. Literally. Didn't even know it. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me till I went, oh my God, they were everywhere like vultures.
And this machine around us, this so-called music industry, is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives.
I get possessed by the spirits.
And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and I knew that was going to be my coming out night.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
It must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Pizza came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
In a really strict household. Both my parents are traveling ministers, so MTV and everything else was really fused. All y'all were on block. I never saw any music videos or anything, unfortunately. But I remember bringing it home. It was kind of like an almost famous moment. I had to smuggle it in my knapsack, going directly into my room, and then pulling it out, and as I was pulling out the CD, well, needless to say, sold my soul. Got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I
sold my soul to the devil.
I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye on your album?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
Well, sometimes they don't want to, and they're, you know, Gaga, we can't get, you know, the frequency's weird, and, you know, it's sounding a little bit strange, and I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer.
You're still out here doing these songs, you know, you're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my hand.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
This is the sign of the horns, a curse sign, the two fingers extended. This way, spread apart for sort of shotgun blast, you know?
The person who invented or created the hand sign system for the deaf, Helen Keller, was a known occultist. It's simply called the sign of the horns, devil horns, or the Baphomet hand sign. So basically it's a way of showing your allegiance to Satan. Now let's take a look at all these well-known people throw up the Baphomet hand sign. I was a metalhead for a lot of years. In fact, my whole adolescent childhood was filled with listening to bands such as Metallica, Slipknot, Cradle of Filth, Devil Driver, bands such as this. Mainstream metal bands, all satanic bands that promote satanic symbolism and ideologies. As I grew older, I started to find out about the more explicit or brutal bands of the death metal genre. Bands such as Cannibal Corpse, Dying Fetus, Begging for Incest, Devourment, you get the idea.
The industry. The industry. Man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game. The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in. The industry. Just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry is trying to control the way you MC. If you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time. Wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive.
Next legal battle involving American Idol winner Philip Phillips. He says he's been manipulated by the company that produces his records, manages his career, and now he wants out of his contract.
This morning, American Idol winner turned gone megastar Philip Phillips filing a bombshell petition hoping to terminate his relationship with a company he's calling oppressive and fatally conflicted, alleging the company manipulated Phillips into accepting jobs and entering into other transactions that were for the benefit of 19 and its affiliated companies rather than his own benefit. Phillips's attorney telling ABC News the singer appreciates the opportunity American Idol afforded him, but adds he never anticipated that the producers would favor their own interests above his career.
Shia LaBeouf was, of course, in Eagle Eye, and 5 years ago, he had an appearance on the Jay Leno Tonight Show, where he talked to Leno about Eagle Eye, but he said something really interesting during that interview. Watch.
I remember we had an FBI consultant on the picture telling me that they can use your ADT security box microphone to get your stuff that's going on in your house, or OnStar, they could shut your car down. And he told me that 1 in 5 phone calls that you make are recorded and logged. And I laughed at him, and then he played back a phone conversation I'd had 2 years prior to joining the picture. The FBI consultant. And it was like one of those phone calls that was like, what are you wearing type of things. Really? Yeah, so it was mad weird.
You come home and you find out that the government is tapping into our phone lines, tapping into our internet activities. Do you talk about that at all in your music, or does that affect the
yeah.
Let me ask you this, P, because a lot of artists are affiliate or assumed to be a part of this secret society, the Illuminati, and they think it exists in the music. People think it exists in the music business, and that urban artists actually are able to participate in the society.
I believe that there's definitely a secret society. You know what I mean? I believe definitely maybe some of these label heads, like major labels and like major corporate companies, might have something to do with it, and they, might be involved with the agenda.
So it's funny, we talked about Kanye before. I mean, what was his line on Jesus Walks? If I talk about God, then my record won't get played.
Yeah.
It's like, man, all these people will talk about killing, sex, all this shit, and the radio play. So if you talk about God, then
this is how sinister. This is important too. This is how sinister this industry is, and that is so true. You talk about God, your record won't get played. But yeah, I explained the chain reaction of like rappers talking about that negative shit, popping mollies, turning up, doing all that stupid shit. But if you talk about God, why wouldn't you want to spread that message to somebody's mind? That means the radio stations are going, you know what, let's play this because it's going to fuck these people's minds up. And there's no songs like that on the radio no more. I don't even think they'll play a song like that anymore. But songs like that, it changes people's lives. And why would they not want to play that? Because they don't want motherfuckers getting smart. They don't want motherfuckers becoming wise. They don't want motherfuckers becoming millionaires. They don't want people knowing what the hell is going on. They don't want people becoming aware, so they just want to keep them stupid. I feel like if a radio station goes, we're not going to play that because it's gospel. So a rapper can go, I'm turning up, I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm doing this, I'm fucking in the club, doing whatever. They can say that, but you can't say God. You can't talk about God. Like, that sounds like Satan to me. It seems like something Satan would do. Would be like, no, we don't talk about him over here. No, we just play this stuff because we're trying to fuck up mine. So that sounds like something Satan would do. But it looks like it's nice though. It's like, yeah, radio station, 5601, yeah, your local radio station, where hip hop lives, and it sounds cool. Like, yeah, but then it's like, why would you only play that fucked up music? Something's going on. That's when you snap out of it and go, something's going on here.
I warn all of you, never, never, never. You will not only lose your mind, you lose your soul.
Well, let me explain the New World Order. Let me help you earn your spurs.
The World Trade Center bombing.
underage in a motel by the Dallas Police Department on September 11, 1960.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
I think the new world order is emerging.
When really a new world order can be created, it's a great opportunity.
The phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
Those people who have been yelling, oh, the UN's going to take over global
conspiracy
government.
Theorists.
They've been crazy, but now they're right.
Yeah, well, when Geithner,
it's happening.
When Geithner said he would be open to the idea of a global currency last week, those conspiracy people had said and suggested that for years. Right. You're not wrong.
Are you ready for the coming of Jesus? Turn to Matthew 24, please. Starting to read at verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Shall be true in the field. The truth is, this generation knows less about the coming of the Lord than any past generation. This generation is least expectant of the coming of the Lord. It is seldom preached in American pulpits. It's seldom preached anywhere on the face of the earth today that Jesus Christ is coming very soon. See, we've settled in a comfortable lifestyle. We are living in the most prosperous time in the history of the world, they tell us now. And in the history of America, we are now enjoying, they tell us, the most prosperous, most blessed time in history, and the coming of the Lord would be very disruptive for many people.
A group has unveiled designs for a 7-foot-tall statue of Satan that it wants at the Oklahoma State Capitol. The New York-based Satanic Temple says if Oklahoma can put a Ten Commandments statue on the Capitol grounds, they should be able to put their statue on the grounds as well. KOCO's Rob Hughes is live at the State House to show us what this statue looks like. Good morning, Rob.
Katie, good morning. And that statue they want put right next to the Ten Commandments here at the state capitol. And I want to show you what this is going to look like. Take a look here. It's a 7-foot-tall, goat-headed demon sitting on a throne with 2 children next to it. Group Satanic Temple says it's formally submitted its application, and they are moving forward with plans, even though a state commission's put a moratorium on new requests. The commission says it wants to wait until a lawsuit over the Ten Commandments monument is settled, and right now that Ten Commandments monument is on display here at the state capitol. Reporting live at the Capitol, I'm Rob Hughes, KOCO 5.
As you can see, I don't think it can get any more obvious that the entertainment industry is controlled by demonic entities. I'm now going to leave you with some more video evidence and picture evidence, so please enjoy the remainder of the presentation.
Thank you for doing this, by the way.
Thank you for, giving me the opportunity to be heard, in a positive light.
Yeah.
Or just in a fair light. I first came to Arizona, man, and I remember one day coming from the studio at 6 o'clock in the morning and pulling over on the highway. We like 4 cars, just to watch the sunrise. And it was at that point that I fell in love with Arizona. I said, you know what, this has to be God's country. Because I'd never seen anything as beautiful as that sunrise. Then I met the devil in God's country. It's not so much who, it's what, what happens and the things that the devil does. It's not so much a person, even though he acts through people.
We already know this. Once out, man, I'm telling you, if I would have took the $2 million and signed that contract, them people was ready to fly me out there and sign the deal. If I would have took that $2 million and signed that contract, it's over. For you people out there who trying to get in the industry and all that stuff, let me tell you something, man. You better really know what you're doing. You better really have Christ, man. I'm telling y'all what's really real, man. These major companies, man. This guy emailed me. I was talking to this guy on the phone, man. This stuff is real, y'all. I'm telling you, man. This ain't a game.
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not worth it.